Hello, I'm Stephen Englander, and this is my live show. Thank you for joining me. We're going to take, as always, a little look at what's going on in the world of small businesses and maybe see if we can put our little slant on it and make fun. But and if you do want to talk to me and you do have any comments or you want to contact me, just have a look in the links below and contact me that way. I'm in a bad mood today. I just thought I'd put that in. It's been one of those days.
I have noticed, yes.
Well, it's because there's been a couple of silly little fuck-ups because people don't pay attention to what they're supposed to be doing, and I've got to put it right. So instead of having fun preparing for the show, I've got to put things right, so it pisses me off. So have you fucked up much today, Graham? You
no.
normally do.
What?
Normally total fuck-ups all the time. But
Is that where we're going, are we? That's where we're going already.
It's not just me though, is it? Because I mean,
no.
look at that doctor guy from the A&E, and he nipped out to go during his shift, and he nipped out to go and get McDonald's, and he got sacked because he went and did that.
Stephen, that's disgusting.
Well, it's the type of thing you do, so you probably...
It's a pandemic, and he's been saving the world. You should give him some flexibility, son.
What, an extra cheeseburger or a double quarter pounder?
He went to go get a McDonald's and he got fired.
Do you know what I find, Graham?
Disgusting.
Do you know what I find?
What?
I find that there's always more to it, and I find that when people are bad employees or bad whatever, what you find is the tip of the iceberg. So if you find this guy nipping out to get a burger during a shift, that what else is he doing? And when I look deeper into this article, because my first thought was like yours, what's he done? But here I've got it written down. He bungled a string of medical diagnoses, including telling a patient that they had a skin infection when they had a blood clot. He gave fake work references, falsified timesheets, and exaggerated his qualifications. So do you still feel bad for him, Graham?
I feel like I nip out for McDonald's sometimes, and we should probably not look any deeper than that.
Well, I think it's the tip of the iceberg. I'm sure a lot of people watching the show will have had a lot of this type of problems going on, where it's like, get out, enough is enough, and it's the tip of the iceberg. I'm not in that league, but it's because there's a penalty to pay when you've got people around you that don't do things as they should. Hayden suffers through that every week when you're doing his podcast, aren't you? Nothing to say on that one.
Oh no!
But just
he's got a little place he can come in now.
But
oh God.
Just moving on to business as well, because I've had one of my business managers down today, and we've just taken on a new client, and he was ranting as well. He was just a bit upset because this is Tony Rosenberg is one of our business managers, and he was genuinely upset because the previous accountant from a client we've taken on today just didn't give a damn. They was like they've been declaring bounce back loans as income, so they've showed them as a sale.
What's wrong with that? Somebody coming in? What's the problem?
Yeah, because it's not a sale. So if you've shown £50,000 from a bounce back loan, then that's a loan. It's not a profit. It's not an income. So, and you've got to pay it back. So what the old accountant did was he showed it as if the client had made sales. So the sales were overstated by 50 grand, which means on corporation tax, assuming that there's nothing else going on, that's an extra £10,000 in tax that needs to be paid. But on top of that, you've also got the VAT element. I don't know if the client was VAT registered. I don't know what the situation is, but he could have quite easily have paid a further £10,000 in VAT. Now, a bounce back loan, it's not income. No loans are income. They are cash flow, but they're not income. So do watch that, because I've heard it before where people are declaring income, bounce back loans and other loans as if it's an income, but they're two very different things. So do bear that in mind if you've got any of these types of problems.
Oh, I bet he's glad he met Tony then, isn't he? Eh?
He was, but the thing is people realise that it's like the thing I was saying about the doctor guy. If you've got incompetence, it's got a knock-on effect. So it starts asking, if this guy's declared a bounce back loan as a sale, what else has he done? So I think what Tony's going to do is just have a look going further back to see if there's any more muppetry gone on. But it's amazing how often this happens. And a lot of it is because people don't actually care. I mean, people think I'm a bit common sometimes in the accountancy world because I used to be a trader. And I say, well, okay, I was a trader, but, you know, I understand the business. It's not just about accounts that I understand. I understand the business behind it because I've sat there waiting for customers to come in, and I know how painful everything can be. And so do many of my business managers, you know. So I might be a bit common, but we understand business. So
is this why I did so well in my meeting yesterday, Stephen?
What was the meeting? Just remind me.
I'm definitely not going to say the name on air.
No, don't say names. But I forgot the meeting.
Our mutual friend.
Was this when you were in court?
No.
Was this for?
I was helping out one of your clients, Stephen.
Sorry, I can't remember whether you were exposing yourself.
No, you were talking about being experienced in something.
Yes.
So you've identified my unique abilities and put me to work with certain subset of your clients, haven't you? At the moment.
She sells certain types of videos. You know, what do you want me to say? Known the family a long time. What are we moving on to?
Can I just give a shout out? We've got Alan and Gorgeous George.
Gorgeous George.
They're in the chat right now saying hello.
Do you know Gorgeous George? He was was he a wrestler? Or do you ever follow wrestling?
Do you know
Kendo
what?
Nakasaki. Wasn't he his partner in the wrestling world?
You wouldn't think it to look at him now. He's a little bit frail, but Gorgeous George back in the day.
Yeah.
I've seen several photos of him where he was very tasty.
Nice. So you like looking at men anyway, don't you?
In his underwear.
You like that. I know you do. Sorry, so Gorgeous George has he said something? Have you said anything, Gorgeous? Have you?
He said hello.
Oh, hi. Thanks.
If it was anything pertinent, I would have read it.
Oh, okay. So we've got a lot to talk about tonight, and one of them was Nissan. That you've put that it's £1 billion gigafactory boosting electric car production in Sunderland. Yeah, it's batteries, Twit. It's not cars. It's the batteries.
It's 6,250 new jobs.
Well, this is the thing. You did put that.
Yeah.
But now they're saying, well, hang on, we've not really said that. You know, we're not sure yet. Please don't promote it. So we might be jumping the gun. Let's get some publicity at any price.
It's too late. All MPs and everyone, all the local, it's the Conservative guy, isn't it now? He was straight on the news going, we've done great, lads. We're coming back. There's been documentaries filmed all over the place. It's too late.
Oh, well, let's see how the word out of this one if it doesn't happen.
Hello, Total Unknown. Bye.
Total Unknown.
Total Unknown has joined us.
You know, I always thought...
You can't speak.
I can't say it. No.
Have you finished?
Shut up, Aidan.
So
I don't like being here. We've moved desks, guys, and I don't like it.
We've moved the studio around because we're getting ready for a bigger live audience as things lift.
We've got
so
spaces.
If you do want to come to the studio, I mean, I'm doing a workshop from 3:00 every Thursday. So if you want different subjects every week, so if you do want to join the workshop, come along. And if you want to stay to watch the live shows, because we've got 2, maybe 3. And some special guests coming in, so do come along and have some crisps and nuts and some Coke. We did have a bottle of wine, but I think Graham got to it first. What we're going to say? Oh yeah, I was going to talk about Tesla.
No, you asked me to do this. You asked me to do this.
Oh, go on then. I forgot.
There is a link for in the description for tickets, and it's very, very limited. So if you do want to come, the very first link in the description, give that a click, and you can reserve a place.
You know, we got the first place reserved within 10 minutes after you posted the link on Twitter, didn't we? And the lady very kindly gave us a donation of £10. So she's getting special treatment from Graham.
She won't come now.
Oh, she won't come now, even to see you. No. So I thought that I think I was discussing this a while ago. I wonder if it will happen. I thought that Tesla, who make, in my opinion, okay cars, but that they were promoting all of this, knowing that they've not got a chance against BMW and Mercedes and the proper car manufacturers. But the idea behind it was to get their batteries on the scene, to become a world leader in producing batteries for electric cars. That's what I thought, but we'll see. I mean, I wonder how the car's doing on its way to Mars. You mentioned bookshop.org before. You were all excited about that, weren't you?
Yes.
Why were you so excited about bookshop.org?
Well, it's this exciting thing. I nearly said exciting new thing, but I don't know that it's new. It's just new to me because I've only just discovered it.
Right.
So you go on it. In fact, I'll pop it up right now. Link in description, obviously, as always, but it's right there on your screen. You go on bookshop.org. It's just like Amazon. You search the book you want.
Yep.
It comes up. You go through. You order. You pay for it, and then they use a bookshop that's local to you.
So if you've got a bookshop or you sell books, it's probably not a bad idea to register with this firm to promote your books.
It's almost guaranteed that you're already on it, to be honest, if you are. But this is more for like if you want to support local businesses.
There's going to be a lot more about this, isn't it?
Yes.
There's going to be a lot more of these types of things because it follows in a way in the wake of like Uber Eats and what's the other one? Deliveroo and all these types of firms. So in a way, it's good to sort of boost up your business and build up a bit of a customer base. But really, you should be doing it yourself. You should really be promoting your own website and your own online facilities. But it's certainly a good way. And I would imagine that we've now got the food deliveries, we've got the book deliveries, another version of Amazon.
Shopping as well.
Shopping and
local veg.
I reckon that no matter what business you're in, I reckon that there's a firm out there, mass marketing, that might use you to drop ship, or rather they sort of get the orders and you deliver and you get paid and they'll take a commission. So, someone's
Stop the show!
Stop the show.
This is very important.
Okay, you need the toilet.
We've had a super chat. $10 from Gorgeous George Begonia.
Thank you.
He said, new talent, new faces.
Yes.
New personalities. Life is good.
Oh.
All is well. Cheers, Monsieur Englander.
Thank you. I'll take a little bow. Thank you. No one's ever given me money before.
And supporting stakeholders. There you go.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Alan doesn't like the idea of your workshop, so that's okay, Alan.
Oh, it's all right, Alan. It's probably not for you anyway.
Colin said good evening as well.
Yeah.
And total utter nutter cannot come because he doesn't smell very nice.
Well, we have a lot of people passing through that don't smell very nice, but we've got lots of air conditioner.
Mate. But thanks very much for the donation.
Have you ever sat? Have you noticed I don't sit anywhere near Graham?
I smell and look amazing, just so we're clear.
Yeah,
Right.
amazing. No, definitely amazing. That doesn't mean good. It is quite amazing.
You sit next to him. I won't go near him.
I bike here, actually.
And he touches you. I don't like that.
Considering I bike all the way here, I smell fantastic.
Well.
And I go to great lengths to make sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me interrupt this to bring it back to my show. We've got do go online, and it's interesting. If you do find anything, let me know. But no matter what business you're in, see if there's anything like that you can promote your business through. That's quite a good idea. Dad, are you going to use that? My dad's in the audience. Dad, are you going to use that to sell your handbags? He might do. There you go. That's about as positive as you get. Don't forget, everybody, UK furlough, it's starting to wind down now. So if you've still got employees on furlough from now, what basically going to happen, it's being reduced now to 70%, but you've got to give 10%. So if you've got people on furlough, it's going to cost you 10% of whatever you pay them. And the business rates holidays ends today as well. So, rates are going to start tapping on the door again.
This is the argument I had the other day, didn't I tell you? I told you I met some people from the HMRC the other day.
Yeah.
And I told them, I said I thought the super deduction was a good idea, but the business rates holidays have been a joke. And he was like, we did that. I said, yeah, you did it when no one was trading.
Yeah.
What's the bloody point if you're not trading?
Well, there is that.
And then as soon as you open up again, you put it back on. It's like they should have given them a solid.
Do go online when you're looking at your rates, because I can't tell you how much over the years we've had trouble with local councils in regard to rates. Business rates, the incompetence is unbelievable. I'm not talking about HMRC as a unit. I'm talking about specifically the administration of business rates. It's an absolute nightmare. There are people that shouldn't be paying rates, and they're being bullied into paying them. If you go online, you can go onto the local council site, and it will tell you whether you're liable to be paying rates based on the size of your property and your rateable value. So basically, if your rateable value is less than 12,000 a year, there's no rates, and if it's less than 15, between 12 and 15, it's proportional. So do check on that. Now, also, there's businesses out there that actually operate several distinctive different trades. So if you can show that your business is actually two different businesses, then there's no harm you splitting the businesses into two companies. That can help with whether you need to be VAT registered as well. Now, don't look for that, but look for it just in case you are. It's like, I'll give you an example. We dealt with a young two sisters many years ago. One had a dog parlour, and that was upstairs, and separate entrance, separate everything. And the other one had sold pet accessories. So by splitting the two businesses, they were able to claim, different businesses, different sizes, and they became below the rates, the rates threshold, as one of them did for the VAT as well. So only do it if it's a genuine thing, but do look at it, and because and then be ready to challenge the rates if you don't feel it's right. Always challenge them unless you know it's right, and of course just do set up a direct debit or something to pay them every month, so you're not running into trouble. So that's on UK furlough. Don't forget, it's 10% now that you will be contributing, along with any tax and national insurance that's deducted, and business rates holiday ends today, so do be aware of that. Banksy, what did you say about Banksy before?
What about him?
You mentioned Banksy. He sold there's a painting going for $6.3 million. I don't know what it was, but I know if you can sell that if you can sell that shit for $6.3 million, what can we say? So should we all go out and paint murals on the side of our property and see if it gets picked up? I don't know. Do it. If you've got a talent, get out there, because if they can paint if someone unknown person, a street artist, because most of us go to prison if we do that type of thing, but if you can paint a rat on the side of the building and get £1 million for it, what can you do? What can you sell? I don't know. Do you know Reuters, who is the accounting watchdog for Britain? I love this. They want KPMG, which is one of the big four accountancy firms, to be fined £15 million. Yeah, they're always in trouble, these guys.
Isn't that nothing to them, though? That's just a
warning. It's a lot to me. Yeah. But, it's what these guys do, all these big firms. I don't know how they get away with it. We are so inundated with legislation and keeping things right and admin and everything. They've been accused of, because they were handling, what do you call it, a sale with Silent Night, the beds. And I think they've not quite declared their interest in other areas, or they've not acted in accordance with ethical standards. So they're being looked to be fined £15 million. And this is major accountancy firms. This is why people should just come to us.
Go back a bit. What does declare your interests mean?
Well, it's how much you're acting for them in different areas, or it could be anything really. To be honest, I didn't read the article fully. I just thought, oh God,
does everyone have to do this?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's like if we've got two contesting situations, we've got to say we act for both parties. Or if we've got clients who are separating the businesses out, or if we act for someone and we act for the seller, the buyer. It's that type of thing. It's basically down to greed, and probably more than incompetence, because you've probably got to know what you're doing. But I must read that article proper. Actually, I probably won't, because I'm not that interested. And I know that there's a lot of problems with the big audit firms. I mean, there used to be 6 big companies. They used to call them the big 6, and now there's only 4. Because I don't remember with Arthur Anderson years ago with the affair. What was that big gas company that they did what was it called? Veyron, not Veyron. That's a car, isn't it? Anyway, they ended up going bankrupt because they were up to no good, and they had to do a quick runner, and and I think that a lot of people, they're always in trouble because they're always trying on, because it's more about money rather than actually doing the job properly. If they did the job properly with real ethics and cared about clients, then you wouldn't need all these ethical standards coming in and making you do this and making you do that. What have you got here now? What have you put? I'm not reading that.
We've not even on my notes yet, man.
That is just ridiculous.
Don't give me this nonsense. This is all you.
Are you a big fan of Ted Baker? Because they're in trouble as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you wear Ted Baker stuff?
No, isn't that? No, that's not my kind of thing. I don't know. I might do.
I wasn't talking to handbags because they do clothes as well.
I wouldn't even know if I did know them. I just get given stuff.
Well, they're in trouble anyway. £100 million loss. How the hell do you lose £100 million? I don't know. I was looking.
Wait, is that the company that the Proud Boys wear? Is that the Proud Boy one?
I don't know what the Proud Boys are, but
no, they're like a gang, like I think it might be.
I don't know
because they've been
they're a big fashion firm.
Yeah, but
for donkey's years.
Once they got associated with this, I'm going to check I'm going to check this for you.
It's just are you looking it up so we can find out? But well, that's probably, if it's that type of gossip, it's more for the trigger warning show at 10 o'clock. But it just amazes me how firms take that sort of money and they're losing money. It's just beyond me. I was looking up a company that we've been dealing with today because I just want to see whether it's someone that I should let supply me with software and things. And what was interesting is that they turned over £112 million last year and managed to only make £1,900. I just don't get that. Can you imagine taking that sort of money and only making a few quid like that? It's just mad. I don't get it. Someone's not doing something right. Shop staff. Oh, you've put this in. There's been a big increase in people being attacked that work in shops. Why would you attack someone working in a shop? Is it like, hello, I'm here, stop messing around? But it's gone so bad that they're actually trying to get Parliament to issue special rules that if somebody is attacked working in a shop, they've got an actual specific crime for attacking people working in shops. What do you reckon?
What, because assault and battery just isn't
it's not enough. No.
Yeah, like no. You have no. I don't believe in that at all. Adding a proviso to it.
Well, I don't think it's a bad idea, especially in a fish and chip shop, because fish is always getting battered in there. Sorry, dad joke. I know, but it had to come out.
This shop push thing is the latest in a long line of distractions.
Yeah, from what?
From the fact that we haven't fully opened the country yet. That's all it is.
Do you reckon?
I'm 100% sure.
Not that it speeds things through and says, right, this is a specific act of beating up someone that works in a shop.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what difference is that going to make to the guy in a local newsagent's getting beaten up?
He still gets beaten up.
This is a specific crime. You know, it's like, no, it's not going to.
There are. I can see the reasons, but you
could put time, effort, and energy into actually policing these things.
Yeah.
Rather than spending $2 million doing.
Well, it's research. Like really, it's someone going onto your premises and attacking, rather than I don't know. Let's go on to Wren Kitchens because
legalise guns, Stephen. That's the answer. Proper full guns for self-defence. Nobody will be beating up shopkeepers.
Do you know, if I had a gun and I was aiming at someone, I'd probably shoot myself in the foot.
I probably would have lost a kneecap today, the mood you've been in. You just would have been sat there on the couch waiting on me.
I wouldn't have missed.
First person to walk through that door is rude.
It wouldn't be your kneecaps. But what interests me is that Wren Kitchens, who, they're okay kitchens. I can't fault them. I can't say there's anything wrong about the company, but they've added £91 million in sales through COVID. That's good. Do you think people have got too much money because they're not working, so they stay at home and they've mastered? So, or do you think because they're so sick of looking at the kitchens that they've decided to do up the house?
Apparently, people saved in excess of £200 billion during the pandemic.
Pretty good, isn't it?
The actual savings that people's made.
It's pretty good,
obviously.
But it does show you though that even something like kitchens can be sold online. So people should get into dealing with this online business because it's the way to go forward. In fact, one thing is here. I'll just skip a little bit because there's a concept called clustering, and what it basically means is that don't look at the product and vary the product, have a look at what your infrastructure is. So it's like the story with Wall's sausages, that they realised that the sales of sausages went down in the summer, so they had to equalise. So they brought in the idea of ice cream. So ice cream in the summer, because and sausages and meat in the winter. And the idea here is that you look at what your delivery processes are, what your customers sell, what your factory output can be. So there's a much bigger process here than just saying, well, I only sell handbags. But if you're selling handbags, then the people that sell handbags might sell belts. They might sell purses. They might sell clothing. So it opens the door to say, what else can I deal with? There's lots of firms. I made a list of them before. Like we've all heard of Berkshire Hathaway, Coca-Cola and all that business, and they started off in textile manufacturing. There's others I've never heard one, like Colico, leather supplies to electronics. Hudson Bay Company, they were in fur trade, now they're in shops. You've got a whole list of Nintendo started off selling playing cards, and now they're video games. And Nokia, guess what Nokia used to start it off in?
I have no idea.
Paper and cardboard products, rubber tyres, raincoats, and finally they went into, from footwear, they went into mobile telephones. So you don't need to stay in the same business. Have a look at what your customers want. Have a look at what you're capable of doing, and if what you're doing isn't working, don't flog a dead horse. But move on. I've got another one. Tandy Corporation, leather supplies to electronics retail. Think about it. What we've got here. There was something I mentioned a few weeks ago, Graham. Do you remember when I was saying that companies can sometimes raise money from staff by selling shares to them?
Oh, yes. I'm still waiting, by the way.
Well, to pay debt. But, is it such a terrible idea, especially if you're getting on a bit, like me, to have staff, employees, and even people that are interested in your business to buy in? Is it so terrible that employees are trained in management and stuff, and let them buy? I don't mean just give them shares, but let them buy in. Turn it. I mean, they did it on Coronation Street, didn't they, with the factory?
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they gave the factory to all the staff.
I didn't know that.
Sometimes it works, but be careful of it. It's not.
Sounds like communism to me. That.
No, because they buy in, so they still get the wages, still got to work, and it makes them more responsible because then they know they're working for the company they've got shares in. When we float, I'm probably going to do that. Give employees a share of the company. Not obviously you're excluded. You're the only one excluded from that, Graham. But what would you do with it if you had a load of money? If you came into Fortunes tomorrow, what would you do?
Shares? What? Shares of Accounts Direct or just in general?
Just in general. Someone gave you like a life-changing amount of money, like £120. What would you do?
I would find out the most efficient and effective way to pass it on to my daughter.
Okay.
That would be so. Yeah. So, however it is, so she gets as much of it as humanly possible.
The interesting thing.
I'm all right. So
that sounds like a planned answer, but it really wasn't. It was just I was making fun. But the thing
you
is,
were mocking me then. I didn't even realise.
No, I was.
I was dead earnest.
But
that was the real answer.
There's what you call an employee ownership trust. So in many ways, it's a very tax efficient way of selling these shares or passing these shares on, and you can actually keep them in a trust and pass them on to whoever you want to pass them on to. So if anyone does want to talk to me about any of these trusts or any of these ideas, the links below, all my contact details are there, and while I'm on that, you can listen to this show on what? iTunes, Apple.
Did we just do a podcast shout out?
We can't we? Because you can listen to it on the podcast. Yeah. Oh, the other shout out was England, wasn't it? Saturday V's. What was it? England v Ukraine. So lots of luck. Hope it goes well. I don't really give a shit about football. In fact, I think football detracts a lot of business owners away from the things they should be concentrating on. So as long as you don't talk about it, as long as you don't go about football too much and you concentrate on the business, then good luck. Good luck at that. Yeah.
Your Your PR is exceptional.
Is that not the right thing I should do?
Good luck to you. And by the way, if you like football, you're a moron.
No, I didn't say a moron. I think you should. I hear so many people underachieving, and all they can do is talk about football. Is that bad PR?
You know, I thought we'd negotiated a little night. You know, good luck England, because he'd crossed it out. It was gone. It was gone.
All you have to say right now to win back over.
Go on.
To say 2 world wars and 1 World Cup. 2
world wars and 1 World Cup.
Go on, I can see you're out.
Go on. Is that okay?
It's coming home, Stephen. It's coming home.
So now you see, yet again, because I've had to talk about bleeding football, I've missed out the subsidy control bill and the right to repair law going live.
Don't burn the stories, please.
So should we cover that next week?
Yes.
Do you think I've offended enough people today?
You've certainly offended me.
And any? Oh, well, that's good. So we're ending on a positive. Thank you for joining me. That's it. Thank you. I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye bye. Enjoy the game.